25-year veteran of nonprofit organizations, I am excited to be leading in this way to show other entity leaders how to do this work. We are helpers by nature, and we are always wanting to advocate from the micro level, the meso level, and the macro levels as community organizers, as professionals, number one, as individuals, number one, representing our families and ourselves, two, representing the families that we care about, and three, the macro level, caring about the community that we live in, right? And so I am just elated to be sharing space with all of you as we redefine well-being as the highest form of equity. And we've been going all around the country to share our concerns around, equity. Equity inequity is a real thing in some communities, and more so in ours. So we want to talk about what equity can look like as we embrace two very important things. One, we're more than advocates, and two, we are the solution. So we are blazing the trail to share with others how to stand in their power, create their own equity and their own income by using the strengths that they were born with. And so as I know it, this video is all about figuring out your customer. You can go back and check out my series of videos if you haven't joined us yet over at our new office, which is on our new landscape at Audacity Leadership Institute. Click the link in my bio and connect to me and all things Dr. Eve and all the work that we're doing to redefine well-being as the highest form of equity. So let's get into this. Figuring out your customer. What does that mean? It means that if you are just like any business, whether you're a nonprofit or whether you're a business, whether you're a contractor, freelancer, consultant, editor, author, whatever it is that you are, it's a business. And in every business, no matter what that is, you got to figure out who your customer is. And so one of the things that's real critical is that you be empathetic in what your customer needs. First, you got to know your own strength. Are you selling what you can do? Have you already identified your transferable skills, the things you prefer to do over the things you can do? So there's these two things, is what you can prefer to do and what you have ability to do. So when you hone in on the thing that you prefer to do, you can be more empathetic in what your customer actually needs. Then you ask yourself, match your skills to those needs. Match skills to those needs. This person who's figured out their customer can match the skills to those needs. Then the next thing you want to do is formulate a simplistic message. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm all things tech and social sciences. I'm a helper, and I help professionals engineer innovative technology practices into business for the well-being of humanity. So I've told you who, I've told you what, and I've told you why in a very simplistic message. I helping professionals engineer technology and practice for the well-being of humanity. So they're helping professionals I'm targeting, and I am helping them to integrate technology into practice. And I am doing it for the well-being of humanity. Why is this important, and why does this message resonate? It resonates because, number one, I'm empathetic in what they need because I am a helping professional myself. Two, I specialize in this. For those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Eveangel Savage, and I am a health and human service professional, and I specifically hone in on my academic scholarly work and help in online social support environments. And that is the use of technology in practice. I probably didn't say that the way I should have, but that's okay because I got a little disoriented. My husband walked in with some boxes, but that's okay. That's a podcast, real time. You got to be able to adapt and keep it moving. And so even with that said, I understand what I'm doing, who I'm doing it for, and why. And why is this? Why must we be empathetic in what our customer needs? First of all, back in the day, in the neighborhood, social workers did not use technology. Helping professionals did not use technology across any of them. Counselors, social workers, therapists, all the helpers, outreach, nonprofiteers. They didn't use it because they were always on hands in the community. And many of them thought, oh, well, this is a very non-humanistic way to do things. And I got to see my customer. I got to feel them. I mean, not feel them, but I got to see them. I got to hear them. I got to understand them, as if technology couldn't do that. But here's what happened. New technologies urged change. New technologies urged that change. Technologically supported social work and interventions are in demand. They're in demand for their customers. Therefore, somebody's got to show them how to integrate the technology into practice or offer them safe spaces, well spaces, private spaces, office spaces, co-working spaces, things like that, in order to get them ready to meet the needs of their constituents who use technology. So there was this urge, right? So then you have to ask yourself, is the impact is beyond efficacy? Impact is beyond efficacy. Why? We reach more people. The world, technology has made the world your client. So the impact is way beyond efficacy. So it's very important. And I just recently read in Oxford Bibliography, Technology for Social Work Interventions. And this is important too. If you're not looking at the research and what the research is saying about your target market, then you're less likely to be talking to them. Or you may be talking down to them. Or you may be talking around them, or you may not be talking to them at all, or you may be trying to serve everybody, and everybody is not your paid client. And if you're out here in business and not as a hobby, then you better be getting paid for your services. If you're not, then it's clearly a hobby according to the IRS. And so there are so many ways that you can prepare yourself, whether you are hired by an employee and want to enhance your potential income for your family, prepare to retire, maybe you only want to be in the workforce during your early career. Maybe you decided to have a family and you need to continue in the profession. So there are ways and reasons why this is so important to help you go from allegiance to freedom. And so let's talk a little bit more about your customers' needs. Again, we talked about the trifecta: empathetic in what your customer needs, match your skills to those needs, distill it into a pitch that's utterly simplistic. Then you want to go back and match those skills to your metrics and your specialty ideas to what your market needs, not what you think they should need, but what they actually need. So it's important for you to stay in the research, even to know what they ask you for, because you may say, okay, well, I got these skills and I can teach this person this, may not even be what they actually want. They may be okay with where they are on all these other things, but did you ask them? So if your specialty is, I'm the most detail-oriented freelance animator in town, but your customer needs is We need it fast, not perfect. You'll quickly become the most detail-oriented, unemployed freelancer in town. That's just one example. All right. So what's important to them and in what order is very significant. You want to rely on the feedback on your work, right? What others say when recommending or complimenting you. What protects, what prospects decline your services, or why do they decline your services, or how people in your field describe others they see as excellent or inferior. So pay attention to what your customer is saying about services, right? So now you want to be able to, you got to be able to get that pitch together. What do you help them do? I help the helping professional integrate technology into practice for the well-being of humanity. That's it. Keep it simple. The more I try to make it complex, the more I try to utilize words. Words are important, but people you want them to hear you. You want them to hear what it is that you do. Keep it simple so they know what it is that you do. And even if I have to say, okay, I help social workers. While I don't want to limit it to that, because I really help the person with the lived experience. That's a whole nother category. But I also know that as it's for the sake of my organization, the nonprofit status that I'm building sustainability for, my message has to center the person who's able to pay me. Right? So it's going to have to be the professional who can also be a part of the work that we're doing, as well as that person with the lived experience. So does a social worker not have lived experience? Absolutely. I'm her. Does that helping professional not have lived experience? Absolutely. I'm her. So saying helping professional means that that person loves to help community and they are a professional. So I just leave it really, really simple. So I want you all to make sure that you are doing it, saying it fast. Now say it fast. Say it fast what it is that you do. I help helping professionals integrate technology into practice for the well-being of humanity. And I do it all in a sustainable way on a sustainable platform that I built with my own hands in technology, a place where they can own their curriculum, hold their groups, a place where they can meet their clients, a place where they can have curriculum design, a place where they can have online social support, a place where they can do all of those things. So building out sustainability is so critical to your nonprofit organization that has to have a business model, you guys. Who are you and what do you bring to the table? And again, are you building in collective with others who can also add value to your table? All right. So we are more than advocates. We are the solution. I'm Dr. Eve, everyone, and I'm excited to add additional value. Figure out your customer. And until next time, peace and blessings to you.